Alright guys, today I got a really quick maintenance video. I had to change the diff fluid in my front diff. Well, actually, I have no front diff fluid in my front diff right now. I had to change out the axle seal. But it's a really quick, easy job. It'll probably take me 15 minutes. You need, I think, 2 tools really to do it. One you might have to go out and get, but I'll show you that in a minute. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright. There's a helicopter flying over my house right now. A little loud. Anyway, the axle I'm working with here is a Chrysler 200mm front diff, and what it calls for is 75W 140. I believe it is about 60 ounces of it, so 2 quarts should serve you fine. And to do this, the drain plug and the fill plug are both these 14mm really big Allen key style sets, and I got this at my local auto store. I think I got it in like a pack of 3. It's made by Duralast, and it was pretty cheap. This was like the medium sized one in the pack of 3. I also got a generic fill style pump, and what it's just going to do is allow me to just pump the fluid in rather than try and get at a weird angle and spill a bunch. And then as for the diff fluid, I got this Amsoil severe gear. I do a lot of time researching on different things and forums and whatnot, and I found that this was collectively one of the better diff fluids that you can get. And Amsoil has a really good online program where you can, it's not like becoming a dealer, but you get discounted prices when you sign up, and it was pretty cheap for what a lot of people considered a really good diff fluid. And with it, you don't need to add the limited slip additive. If it starts clicking when the limited slip activates, then maybe you can, but with a lot of high quality synthetic diff fluids, you don't really need to do that anymore. So this is all you need other than a drain pan. I have that under the car already. So first things first, always use this and make sure that your fill plug can loosen, because if you don't do that and you can't loosen your fill plug after you drain it, then you're kind of screwed, and you need to either one, drive without diff fluid and damage your gears in there trying to get it to a shop that can fix your fill plug, or get it towed to a place that can fix your fill plug. And that's a lot of money and a big hassle you don't really need to go through. Alright, I'm right under the front bumper right now, and you could see the front facing side of the front diff, and you could see the fill plug, which is located right there, and the drain plug is right there. And what you're gonna do first, like I said, is make sure that this fill plug can unbolt first, loosen it up, and then you're gonna put your, then you're gonna put your drain pan underneath this guy, just like that, and then you're gonna drain it, let it do its thing for about 5-10 minutes, make sure everything's out of there, tighten up the drain plug and fill it up. Alright, just gonna make sure. Oh geez, it's really tight in there. So it's so tight in there, I'm gonna have to use these vice grips and see if I can hopefully grab it like this and loosen it like that, because I cannot fit my ratchet in there with it. Oh. Alright, a little scary. Alright, I got that loosened. I'll probably edit that out in the video, but that was a lot tougher than expected. I think it was a little seized. Alright, now I'm just gonna drain it. And the reason I'm doing this is because I had to replace my axle seal, so I don't expect too much fluid to come out of here. Damn, that is in there. Could have used the breaker bar. Didn't feel like going in to get it. Diff fluid looks pretty good. I had royal purple in here before, and it's still pretty purple. A lot more in there than I expected. It was leaking pretty good. So yeah, just gonna let it do its thing. Alright, I got the little siphon. Yeah. Alright, I got the little pump attached to my diff bottle, the fluid bottle I mean. And that's gonna take a little while, but just gonna start pumping it in there. And with this stuff, this diff takes just under 2 quarts. I think a quart is like 31 ounces and change, and it takes about 60 ounces. So I figure with how much this siphon doesn't take out of the diff bottle, or the fluid bottle, excuse me, I keep calling it that. So I figure with how much fluid that this kind of leaves at the bottom, 2 bottles of this stuff is going to be perfect. Once you're done doing this, make sure to clean off your front diff just to make sure that there's no leaks later, because it's hard to see now because there's fluid all over my diff from draining it. So I'm just going to clean it so that I can see later down the road if there's any leaks. Oh, sorry. Ready? Alright, that's 1 bottle down. That took like an hour. Alright, next bottle up. Alright, there you have it. I'm just going to tighten this down, and that's how to do your diff fluid.